Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Wait, put this on Do Not Disturb. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. Okay. All right. Wait for some more people to come on. Give a few more minutes. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for joining my live. I hope you're having a good day today. Still somewhat the beginning of the week because it's just Tuesday. I am super excited. I have some great information for you digital creators. And then as far as business, we're going to talk about business and personal credit today. So those are the two topics for today. And I think it's super exciting not to just focus so much on business, even though a lot of digital creators that are on here are using the platform for business. But you should also know the importance about your personal credit because your personal credit helps leverage your business credit as well. So if you can improve and work on the both of them, you can really, excel. And the sky's the limit when it comes down to having credit cards, being able to get funding, whether if it's personal funding or business funding. So super excited about that. Yes. And then I found out some really, really, really good information about Facebook. Um, there are just so many. I don't know if everybody else is sharing tips that they experience about being a digital creator on Facebook or if they're sharing other people experience or what other people are just hearing. But I will be the first to tell you that everything that I am putting out there to you when regarding Facebook and being monetized, this is information that I either researched or it is information that I have had happen to me. So I hope with my best practice it works for you as well. If you see that I'm teaching you something or expressing something and you did not have that same experience, then I will love for you to, DM me and reach out and give me feedback just so that I can see. Because I will tell you this, Mark is switching up like constant. So you learn something today and it works. It may not work next week. It may not work 2 weeks from now. Um, I constantly have to remind people. I say, look, this is a job. Knowing what to do and how to maximize these funds is a job. Just like being a freelance artist or being a freelance digital creator or dealing with anything that is self employed or entrepreneurship, you have to put in work. And that work is requiring first knowing your market, two, knowing your brand, and then three, just getting out there and finding what works for you, finding your niche in life as far as do you post about this? And then once you see something that is working, then you kind of mirror it. So, it's one of those catch 22 situations. It doesn't come with a manual, just like having a kid. You've seen how, you've heard how, but until you actually have your own, it's a total different ball game. Thank you for joining my live. So for all the newcomers that have came onto the live, as you know, I'm really good at sharing links. And in the link, if you're able, there's a software called CapCut. I have been using them for several years, and I just wanted to share this information for my digital creators because you're creating videos and you're using other platforms like, well, I'm just going to say using other platforms. And Mark does not like those watermarks. So I really wanted to share this information because right now, if you click on a link and you've never used it before, if you click on the link and download it, you get the Pro for 7 days for free. So I thought, hey, I'm giving out free gifts. Why not give out this free gift? And then that way, again, it's something that I personally have used. I kind of feel that I'm very fluent in using CapCut. Um, I use it for everything. Everything. I use it for every platform, for every little video, every little picture, every little anything. I use it. That is my go-to, and I think it's a very awesome app. They do have a free version that you can use for those that are on a budget. They do have a free version, but I will say still download it if you never had it. Try it out for 7 days. See if you like it. You are not you don't have to buy it, but if you do buy it, you just get other features, and those other features are amazing. Um, and then it helps you be unique, right? Because if everybody has the free app, then everybody's pretty much using the same font. Even though they have tons and tons of different fonts, different layouts. So, you know, give it a while. Use it, learn it, and if you want to grow within the app, then all means go ahead and pay for it. I really enjoyed. I think you would too. All right, so Facebook, yeah, like, hi, thank you for joining my live. How are you? All right, so just jumping back over to being a digital creator. Hey, my thank you. I really, really, really appreciate it. Um, by the way, you can hear me, correct? Cause I kind of did go through a whole lot, and hopefully it's being delivered. Okay, can y'all hear me? Okay, am I loud and clear? I just want to make sure that I'm loud and clear. Okay, that's fine. Is there anyone that can just say they hear me loud and clear? I'm kind of getting the impression that you can hear me and that I am loud and clear. Yes, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so very much. Okay. Um, hmm, that's weird. All right. So, Okay, let's do this. Let's just close everything out. I'm having to close everything out and then come back in. I don't know why. All of a sudden, I'm trying to mirror my phone with my iPad along with doing a live because I keep all my notes on my phone because my phone is always on my person. So whenever I think of something, I just put my notes in my phone. Well, last week I was sharing with everyone that I could see, or shall I say, I'm not able to see um, everyone's comments or if they, send me special gifts here without actually being on the live. And my streaming software only shares the comments and the reactions. So I was kind of torn between the two and not really wanting to watch myself because I'm already seeing myself on the software. But I'm just trying it out to see how it works for me. This is still kind of, as they say, kind of new. So I just want to see if this really gonna work for me. Trying to use 3 different devices. That's like wowzer. Okay, so we have all heard about being shadow banned, and I found this person that does a lot of blogging, and their information is really really accurate because I have done a lot of research as well on social media as far as different platforms, and it's like if you can relate and you can come together and see what's worked for one person and what's worked for the next person and kind of like collab about it, it's phenomenal information. So there were some things that I got from looking at the community policy, and you can be shadow banned, and we talk about it all the time. And the reason, number one reason that I found out about shadow ban was like, how do people become like? That was my question. How does one get shadow banned? And y'all, I found out the craziest thing: using hashtags. I really thought using hashtags was a way of growing your post to get it on more platforms, even though somewhat that's still the case because there are some hashtags that are trending. But in that same trending aspect, if someone is using something violent or against mark violations and it become a violation and it's known as a red flag, as we say, then that hashtag just got encrypted, for fraudulent, not fraudulent, but for um, how can I say restricted? Let's just say that there are hashtags that are banned, and you don't know exactly which ones they are until they hit the list. Now, I did find a list. The list, it seemed to be very very like just generic. I mean, there was a few of them that I found on there that I'm like, okay, I've seen people use these, but it also said keep in mind that if a hashtag, especially a popular hashtag that can become banned, it won't hit this list. And you might think that this is okay to use, but it's not. And the only way you can know if you got shadow banned is ask a friend to go to their feed, and if they don't see your stuff, then you have been shadow banned. Ouch. Okay? Like, there's no warning, there's no um, direct way to say you have been shadow banned. And I think that is just super insane because shadow ban can make it where none of your followers, none of your friends can see your stuff. And the only way that you can really resolve it, it takes up to 2 weeks. And when I read that, I was like, 2 weeks? Do you know how much how much you can lose in 2 weeks? I mean, if you don't post one day, your numbers go. So it's like, to not be seen, to not be recognized or noticed of your content, your reels, all because it was shadow banned. Now you can, if you do have access to, well, this is for anybody. Anybody can reach out to the help desk and file a report, and then they can look into it and give, a turnaround time. You have to see what the turnaround time is for that physical day when you do the report. But if you are verified and you have the blue check, I think you'll get a notification or some type of update within 24 to 48 hours, just depending on your your status. And then also, it says that this doesn't matter if you are a high content influencer or a low content influencer. It literally is a rule that goes against everyone. And right now, they are also predicting that Mark is trying to find any kind of way to dispromote you for any reason. So, going back to what I have stated in a previous live, for those of you that use music, please Google, Google, is this music okay to put on Facebook? If you cannot find that music and find approval to use that music on social media platforms, especially for here, do not use that music, because there may be a good sign to say not to use that music. And I have noticed that a lot of people are now just using their own audio, which is their voice, or they're singing, or they're not using music at all. That almost can be the safest way. I have been Googling music. It is not the easiest thing, but it's not something that you can, it's not something that, I wouldn't say don't try to do, because you may find more music on there that you like. It's been hard for me to find music that I feel go with my video. I don't want my video sounding like some disco ball, and then I'm sitting here trying to put motivational stuff on there. So it's like the music doesn't go with it doesn't really go with what I'm trying to do as a reel. So just keep that in mind. Um, Also, just, talking about all things with Mark, if you are unsure of a comment, it is best that you reword it. They are checking comments for, if it's authentic, like if it's yours. Because if you take a quote, which I'm not saying you can't take quotes, but you have to give that person credit. And what I mean by that is, if you quote an author or a writer in something they wrote, give them credit on that post. Acknowledge them that that you are reposting or resharing or commenting their quote. Try to stick to your own original content to avoid any problems when getting monetized or being monetized with your content. That's even as far as pictures. If you are an individual that love and admire other photographers' work, give them credit for it. Say where your work came from. And if you don't know who the person is, I think you can put in quotations unknown artists, and I think you'll be safe. But it just let Facebook know that it's not your content. And I think you'll be fine there. Um, I'm not really big on sharing other content as far as other people pictures. Between my daughter, my food, myself, my workout, um, those are kind of the pictures that I share. Now, if I do share something that is someone else's, I am definitely going to make sure that I give them credit for it, along with acknowledging them, whether if it's in a reel or a post. All right, so that is about the comments. That is about being shadow banned with hashtags. And then this is the really big one. So it's been a lot of converse about there's a like, a love, a caring, and an angry face reaction. A lot of people have stated that if you get likes on your comments, it's almost like it's not even there. Well, here is the truth behind it. A like, it just doesn't get recognized that it is something that is trending. But if people are loving and caring about your post, it tends to tell the algorithm that you are on this scale of going up, and majority of your followers or reactions, so I say, because you can have reactions that are not from your followers, um, it is saying that to the network, okay, it is saying that it's trending up. So therefore, it's growing. And when you grow, your income is going up. So as a digital creator, to support other digital creators, that love reaction helps them to grow. And if you really want to see their growth, the Karen emoji. I'm not really sure how the angry emoji goes as far as pay, because if you're angry about something, I will think that that's worse than a like. But they don't have a rank. It just said trending, and it goes off the majority. So it's like a percentage. And because I'm all about numbers, I kind of can appreciate if I have a post and I have 100 reactions and 50 of them are the heart emoji, then that means it's trending up and people are valuing my content. Like my content has a value now because 50% of the reactions are love reactions. So for the non-digital creators, I know it's kind of like, what's the difference? Why does it matter? But in our world, it matters. Kind of like being a nurse and a doctor, and they're constantly wearing their mask, and us regular people are not wearing our mask because we're like, oh, someone may be vaccinated, or I'm covered, or I'm taking my vitamins and I know I'm not going to catch any sickness. So it's kind of like the mindset. When you're working in the field, your mindset is different and you kind of shift. But if someone is not working in that field or in that industry, they don't really understand the mindset. And it's okay because I'm here to educate you, because I'm educating myself, and we are in this together. We're growing together. Um, so I really thought that was really, really good information, and it was really broken down to the fact that I was like, I gotta share this with my friends. I gotta share this with my other digital creators. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you just jumped on my live, please know that I have put a gift in the link. Y'all know I'm really good at sending gifts. So today the gift is from CapCut. It is a 7-day free pro. So you can try out the pro with all the features, with all the with all the added incentives for 7 days. See if you like it, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna fall in love with it. There is a fee. You have to see what your Android or Apple device tell you what that fee is. It's a monthly fee. But just keep in mind, they also do have a free version. So if you try the 7-day free, you download it today and you have the option to have it for free for 7 days. You can always go back into your to your app store and discontinue the subscription, and you won't be charged for it. Again, I had the free subscription for a while. It was really really good. Then something just said one day, click on it and see what they give you for the pro. Did that and never went back. So again, if you are a digital creator and you do this for a business, that is a business write off because that is software that you need to be able to maximize your money. I'm always trying to tell people, like, write this off, write this off. It is a write off. Whatever you do as far as um, business, it's a write off. Um, because I make my own coffee, this coffee is not a write off. But if I was getting this coffee from Starbucks, the receipt will go in a pile saying that I had coffee with my followers, and it's a write off because we met, we had a conversation, and it's a write off. So, anywho, um, I just find it funny because a lot of people always ask me, "What do you mean by write offs?" Honey, I write off like any and everything. I love taking people to lunch, or at least back in the day, before having another kid, I used to do a lot of entertaining, and long as I could get the drinks on a separate ticket, dinner was on me. Because you can write off, long as, we're discussing work stuff most of the time, um, or should I say 99% of the time we're talking about business. And then the other times we're talking about, just visiting and getting to know each other so we can establish a business relationship as far as working together, whether if it was credit related or taxes related or fitness related. Just anything that I did that they had an interest in, I wrote it off. All right. So, I don't we okay, so going into the community manager can be a real headache because I pulled it up over the weekend and I was like, they have so much out there, and to try to take in this information all at one time, it it's a lot. Like, I feel like nobody warned me with with this information, because it's like you experience something, then you try to go look it up, and it takes like a really detailed person that can research really well how to get straight to the point. So I love that there are individuals that are sharing, but with sharing, I just have to know, is it an experience or is it something that you're just sharing from the next person? Um, I will tell you the systems that they have in place. There is not a thank you, Sissy, for coming on my live. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you being here and staying with me as long as you have. So thank you so much. And for my new eyes that are just coming in on a live, there's a free gift at the bottom. As you know, I give out a gift. This gift today is featured from CapCut. It is a software that I use to make my reels and make my videos, and also do like photo stuff. So just click on the link, get the 7-day free pro. If you've never had CapCut before, this is only for people that have never had a subscription with CapCut. So take advantage of that. It's really cool. Let me know, give me feedback. Let me know if you enjoyed or if it was a waste of your time. um, but also, I have noticed that we share um, a lot of individual stuff, and then I will admit to this. I was told that if you share to your story, it's just like sharing to your thread, which I'm aware of that because, um, I was like, okay, I share to my story and I share to my feed, but I don't want my feed to have a lot of other other content writers or business owner stuff on my feed, because if somebody coming to my page, I want them to go immediately to who is introducing Tracy, who is Tracy Hartwell, what are the key factors, what does she do, boom boom boom, what is her, what is what is going on, like what is she selling, what is she offering, why do I want to follow her. So I want them to see my stuff to know to follow me. Now, I'm really big on sharing individuals content, because I want you to know I value your stuff as well. So if you are a part of groups, share to a group. Now, I will tell you, every group has their own rules, and they may go, please don't, you know, send 10 posts over here a day. Um, we might just want two or three. So if you have only two or three ways to share a post in that group, be mindful, write it down, make yourself a mental note or something. My mental notes are kind of getting full, so I have to write stuff down. But make note of it and share, share to those groups, or even other groups. Like, find other groups that you can share to, because that is very like successful. But I will tell you, make sure that you get in the right group. That's all I'm saying. Make sure you get in the right group, and the group has um, a healthy a healthy thread, because you do not want to be a part of something that has a lot of violations. And unfortunately, you wouldn't know, but you can kind of like read other people post, and if they're not, if they're saying stuff and you're kind of like question it, that group is not for you. If other people in their group are sharing and giving information, and you're like, why did they post this picture, why did they share this picture, that group is not for you. Be somewhere where you're gonna grow. And the reason why I say that is because Facebook groups mostly have a brand. Uh, they position as far as what they are allowing to go on in that group. Like, what is that group for? What are they known for? Why are you recognizing this group? Um, is it for entertainment, or is it just for masterminding? Like, know these things and then grow with that group. Now, if you're just 100% unsure, and you are a digital creator and you have extra time, because it is a lot to manage a page and to manage a group. I have a few content creator friends that have groups, and I think most of the time they're more stressed about the group than they are about their page. So if you want to have your own group and share to the community, by all means, I will tell you this: if you have a public group, that is more that is like the best group to have, because it's not private, and Facebook recognize public groups, uh, and then the members that are in the group as well, and the people that are sharing to the group. So just keep that in mind, that that is a good way to share content to different groups. I personally, this is my experience, I made a picture collage of my daughter, and from I used music from Facebook. I used the music that was in their list of music to use. And unfortunately, I got restricted. And I'm pretty sure that counted against me, but I wanted to know for myself, if I put it in my story, will this be a positive thing or a negative thing, and shall I continue to do it? I had a negative experience. It caused me to be restricted. I do not want any more restrictions if I can help it. And I don't want any of my creator friends to get a restriction, because the penalty of that is being demonetized. And all of us that have it will love to keep it, and we're trying to grow it. So if you do share pictures in your in your story, I would recommend not using any audio, any music, whether if you got it off of your phone, or if you got it off of the platform. It is not safe. And I do want to show you guys because I I really think that it is an added bonus to know these things. So let me see. Okay, share my. Let me see. Can you guys see this? Okay, perfect. All right, so one in my inbox got the message, and it showed that my video had copyright. It matched copyrights. And then when I went to details, and it was saying that my music was like this only because in other countries it was a violation. The music was. And yeah, I got in trouble. You will have the same issue. And even if you put, I do not own these rights to this music, it does not matter. Now, it was so funny. They gave me this feedback saying, keep in mind, but I didn't give credit to the copyright owner, but I did say that I did not have rights to this music. And I would have had to record, the, as they say, when I did it, like when I was putting it together, I would have had to record that to show you. But I didn't record that in the beginning. I really was hoping that I wouldn't get this restriction, but I did get the restriction. And I'm like, okay, so everybody needs to know this. Do not share music, do not share any audio outside of your own. And if you make music, you make beats, you can use your own. If you like to sing, use yourself, you know, fine by me. Me personally, my pictures will not have any music on my stories unless I Google it and I know that that music is allowed to be used on social media platform as a not a not a violation. So keep that in mind. Um, what else? So, oh, I did want to mention this because I had someone else ask me about contacting Facebook. So there are some really, really, really good cousins out there that will share with you their knowledge on what to do. But also keep in mind that there are some that's just like, get it out the mud. I've had maybe one or two. Everyone else that I've reached out to have been very, very helpful. And I'm like, thank you, cousin. I really appreciate you because we're growing. We're growing together. And there's no other than the procedures of the community giving you what to do, they don't really tell you what to do and how to do it. So you want to increase your followers, but I will tell you, you also want to increase followers that will engage with you. Build a relationship with your followers. Like, I don't even really like calling my followers because they have literally become family. I look forward to chatting with them. I look forward to seeing what they have going on for that day. It is so therapeutic knowing that um, there are different walks of life that experience the same experience that you're experiencing at that exact moment, and you kind of like helping each other get through it. So I love that. And the other thing that I love, back in the day, I don't know if anybody remember this. I'm about to tell my age. We used to have uh, not pen pals. We used to have pen pals back in the day, and it was through the school system. So these were students that the school allowed us to write, and it was all through mail, and it took forever. But when you start building a relationship and you start writing letters every day and then putting them in the mail every other day or as often as possible, because if you wrote a letter and you brought it to school, your teacher sent them off, and if you wrote them at home and you had to wait on your parents, then hey, my mom was, she was like the best, she's like the best mom. So if I had a letter or something, she's like, okay, I'll drop this off at the mail today. 9 times out of 10, she kept her word. So the letter didn't wind up in the back seat of the car and then in the trash. She followed through. But I say that to say, being on this platform is kind of similar, but it's just more real time, and the current event is sooner. There's no wait. Um, and I love it. We get to share stories. We get to share our experience together. We get to share food. I mean, I just had a friend, a sissy of mine that had a birthday yesterday. She was at work, and when it's morning for me, it's night for her. So she was enjoying a dinner, and she said she just got off of work and she was by herself, and she's like, I'm not in a relationship, sissy, so I'm by myself. She's like, I really wish you were here. And I'm like, but I am here, and I'm commenting, and I'm like really encouraging her and letting her know she's beautiful, and I really enjoy sharing this moment with her, sending her happy birthday messages, emojis, and just following through. And then later on at night, she had me in the bed, teary eyed. Yeah, she had me teary eyed because I'm a crier. And she shared a message, and she's like, "This really meant a lot to me. Um, you supporting me," and I'm like, "Yes, because you support me." Like, I've been supportive to even to individuals that didn't support me back, but I'm not saying that I'm not gonna support someone that don't support me. But when I support someone and they support me back, it's tenfold. It's like it doesn't matter if you are physically here in my presence or physically here on a platform. You show up for me, I'm gonna show up for you. And that's what it's about. Like, it's game changer. And being a digital creator, you have to, have that mindset of being there for the people that are there for you. I can't make any more sense of that other than saying it. If you're there for me, I'm there for you. So, and then there are a lot of creators that are selling products, and I'm slowly making my way to them and buying something. So, if you are a digital creator and you have products that you sell, I need to see them. I need to see you. Um, I know there are some that are selling, but I can't make out. I'm sorry, I can't go to your page and just spot on notice that you're selling um, hair oil or makeup. I may see, but I don't want to assume. So if you can show up and show me, and then vice versa, if you come to my page and you're like, oh, Miss Tracy, I don't know what you're doing, let me know so I can step my game up and let you guys know, hey, I'm not only just a person that gets on live. I do coaching for personal and business coaching, and at one point I was doing meal prepping. Life kind of changed for me a little bit. I moved from the south to the north, and with that change, I kind of stepped back from meal prepping, but it's still in me because it's something that I love to do. I mean, I love it so much. I have glass containers. I have my glass containers that I put my food in, and I put everything in glass. And one may ask why. Um, you put it in plastic, and you have all these different spices, all these different colors. You put it in plastic. Number one, plastic is really not good for you, especially if you're heating it up in a microwave. Those chemicals that are in the plastic spill over into your food. Number one. Number two, it leaves it discolored. I'm so, if I have some spaghetti in a clear container and it's plastic and it turns red, by the time I get done eating it, it's going in the trash. There is no going home and trying to take out this little red ring. No, I'm over it. Throw it away. I like to be able to see my dishes. I like to be able to see everything clean. So with glass, I don't have that problem. You wipe it out, you clean it out, you're good. You're good to go till you get home. No rings. So that's just me. Um, so on the business side of this, if you are a content creator and you have a business, because I treat this as a business. This money that I'm getting paid goes into a business account and it's income. Also, um, if I do anything for me being a digital creator, like for example, this software. Yes, I do Zoom calls or meetings, trainings, and everything else with Zoom or with this software. It is something that is versatile to my lifestyle with my business and is worth the money, and I write it off. Plain and simple. So if you are also like into this and you have a mic, I mean, when I started out first, I had the mic that I pinned to my shirt. It was really, really nice. I thought it was, hey, I'm doing something. But then I was like, you know what? I want a different mic. I want a mic that is going to be versatile to every platform that I have. I have had troubles using that mic with two softwares, and I was like, okay, I need something else. I do like this, and I do want to be able to use it often. So I did purchase a mic, and my mic goes with my software that I have, and my mic can be used on my Mac, my tablet, and my phone. Who knew? But that's what you do when you're researching. Um, so with that being said, personal credit, business credit, just a few tips. Pay if you have an account, if you open up a new account, whether if it's a credit card or a loan or anything that reports to your credit, set it up online, get a username, get a password, set it up, add your banking information, and let your bank pay your bill in your absence, so you don't have to try to remember, when is my bill due, when is my statement date. Those are just game changers. If you do not have the ability to pay off it in full, pay the minimum. The credit card companies allow you to set up auto pay. You can set up auto pay with a minimum a balance or full balance or a fixed balance. Do it. Please, please, please do it. I will tell you this: 75% of Americans pay their bills late. Okay? Now, 75% of those Americans that pay their bills late, all of them are not 30 days late. But just being one day late, the credit card companies and loan companies are going, how can we make money? They're gonna be a day late. Let's charge a fee. We just made $25, $30 off of you because you did not pay your bill on the day that it was due. Now, even though you just paid a fee for it being late, One would say it wasn't 30 days late and it's not going to report in my credit report. It was $30. What if? But that same $30 you could have paid toward your credit card and paid your credit card bill down even more. So why give somebody free $30 when you could have utilized auto pay? Start putting your life on autopilot. It is the best thing ever. I don't know why a lot of people don't use auto pay. I think they I think they mentally think um, I need to see where my money's going. But they have budget for that. They have like a budget sheet for that. You can see all the money that's coming in and all the money that's going out. And why do you physically have to go in and go, pay this bill, pay this today? Who? I'm delegating my whole life. If I could delegate somebody to wash my hair, I'm delegating it. Because guess what? That's one less thing that I have to do. And I use my hair because I'm just being funny. But when I had longer hair, I did go to the salon and I did set appointments to get my hair done and style. But now it's so short. If I can't wash my hair in the shower, I'm just being lazy. But I will go get my hair cut and get it washed. Only because it's really good for them to. It's good for the beautician to wash your hair. When her putting her hand or he putting his hands in your head is really good to get a good hair wash. Um, but yeah, I delegate everything to the point that I don't even shop my groceries for myself. And a lot of people are like, I don't know if I can trust anybody to get my groceries. I can, because this person wants a review. This person wants to keep their job. And if you have a bad experience with them and you give them a bad review and you give them a bad rating, they're likely not to, do so well as far as being a grocery shopping individual. So yeah, everything in life has its ups and downs, and I will say I'm one of those people where I will try anything once, twice, and then by the third time I'm like, this is not for me. So set your life on autopilot, pay your bills on time. And then the benefit of having your all right, this is a gem. The benefit of having your bills auto draft, it can increase your line of credit. I just I don't know I don't know why people like don't do this. I have had a client. She was okay. First, she was kind of upset because when she applied for the credit card, they only gave it to her for $500. And I told her, you have to establish a relationship, and you're establishing a relationship by getting this $500 credit card. And she made really nice money monthly, yearly as well, but I'm gonna go monthly. And she was like not understanding, and I said, well, you have to grow. Once you get your credit score up and it grows, you're gonna get more. I said, but do this: set up auto pay, add your bank, set up auto pay, your payments, and it's gonna go up. Y'all, before 3 months, it went from 500, 750, and by the time 3 months had gotten here, she was up to $1,000. And all she did was use her card and practice what I taught her what to do, because she did more work, but that is something that I charge for. But what I don't charge for is I would tell you use your card, set up auto pay, and boom, 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 grow. But there is some more stuff that you can do. And if you want those tips, um, on my page, I do have my link tree. I did forget to put my link tree in my featured links today, but I will have it on my second live. but you should be able to find my Linktree link to my website under my About. And there you will see contact me or have a one-on-one. We can do a one-on-one. We can work on we can, see how I can help you, what services you need to be able to maximize your personal and business credit, because I'm all about growth. I'm all about helping the community reach their goals, whether it's small or long term. We are in this together, and we can definitely, create a plan for you. Um, so that's what I want to talk about as far as the business side of it, as far as business and personal credit. Do that. Start somewhere. So the two tips is whether if you have no credit, fair credit, good credit, excellent credit. People that most likely have excellent credit probably don't need none of these tips because they have excellent credit. But if you are over here, if you're over here with no credit, somewhat fair credit, good credit, then this just means that your good credit can be turned to excellent, your fair can be turned to good, and your non credit can go from fair to good. So build a relationship, establish, obtain a credit card. Use the credit card. For you newbies, keep your credit card under 30%. And if you feel that you're not disciplined enough to do 30, do 10. Meaning just get gas, wait for your credit card statement to be downloaded on your phone or into your mail, depending on if you opt out of receiving paper documents. Pay your bill. Or do what I just stated. Set it up on auto pay. Then that way you don't have to worry about paying your bill on time. It's going to pay your minimum automatically without you touching a app, calling anybody or anything. It's going to pay the bare minimum. And then also know that you can always go in there and make additional payments. I have not experienced a card yet that does not allow you to make multiple payments, multiple months. So if you have, give me your feedback and look into it. But as far as myself, I have not experienced that. And what I have experienced is auto pay. It helps you. It helps you with building a relationship. It helps you when you get ready to build a new relationship with another entity. It helps you. Everything about I'm saying is a plus. It is a bonus. It is a positive effect that will help you personal and business wise. Um, and if you get, if you don't use your card, that's fine. Don't close it. Tip number 3, do not close it. Do not close a credit card. Now, I do understand that there are circumstances that do arise that you do have to close them due to if you are working on your credit and this particular card has an annual fee. And the annual fee, is getting to the point where you're like, I don't want to pay them $79 or $99 a month, a year anymore. Okay, you have no other choice but to close those cards. And the reason being is if you don't use the card, they still are going to charge you that fee, even if you use the card or not. That is a part of the contract that you agree to. So if you got one of those cards to help you start building credit and it's been over 6 months, see if you can obtain a new card that does not have or incur any fees of that nature as far as annual fees. And then you can, use that card and close the additional card with the annual fee on it. Now, I'm just going to put this out there because I know this is probably going to be confusing. A lot of my scholars even get confused with this. You have a credit card and you're paying an annual fee, and you decide you want to apply for a new card, and this card doesn't have an annual fee, but the interest rate is, oh my God, high. Well, guess what? Get the card. There are ways to not pay interest on that card, but you have to be in the mindset of paying your card off every month before the statement date. Did you catch that? You have to pay that card completely off to a zero balance every month before your statement date. That right there, game changer. You'll get your statement and your interest thing will say zero, and you'll be like, I'm not paying anything. The credit card is not making any money off of you. Now, the day you decide to use this card and leave a rolling balance is the day you will start incurring fees. But if you pay that card in full, you will not have, you will not incur any fees. I promise. I do it myself. My credit score then went up from just that one to gems. Auto pay, pay in full. Okay? um, and if you don't have the money, then don't use the credit. Okay? If you do not have the money, do not use the credit. All right. So that's been my hour. I really, really, really appreciate everybody that jumped on my live. I appreciate everybody that's still here. Thank you so much for your support. And I am going through the comments and I am just trying to see if I have any questions. I will say, oh my goodness, my sister came on my live and she showed out. Okay, she's still here. Thank you so much, Sissy, for the bubbles. Because my heart is bubbling over with the 200 bubbles. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. I'm glad that my content and my live encourage you to shower me with some bubbles. I need to get me a bubble machine. I really feel like I need a bubble machine. So when somebody is like showering me, y'all can see some bubbles. Oh my goodness. But thank you so much, and I really hope that this helps you as far as your content experience on the platforms, and also hope this help you with your business and personal tips. And if you have any topics that you would like for me to touch on, please don't be shy. DM me and share what it is that you want to know, and I will make sure that I come up with the information. And maybe it's maybe it's some stuff that I know, and it won't be hard for me, it won't be too challenging. And I will definitely let you know when it will be live or what day we will talk about your topic. And then you can come in here and ask all the questions, or if you want to do one-on-one, if you're shy, or if you just want one-on-one, or you're wanting to do services, please go into my about, click on my link tree, set up a one-on-one, book a one-on-one with Tracy. That I am Tracy, and it's free for the first 15 minutes of the consult, and we can customize something for you, because everybody's journey is different. So let's put our heads together and let's get your legacy foundation started. Okay. So I'm here for you, and thank you so much. It's been my hour. All right, you guys. Bye.